Hey, what's going on, guys? Oz here. This is a gameplay on the map Cargo, playing some 6v6 domination. I want to talk about this class. You guys need to try this. If you haven't used this before, I'm using the SWAT. A little bit different. I got the hybrid sight, I got the suppressor, and I got stock. Really good setup. You don't need the suppressor. I just like it because on certain maps I like to be stealthy. Helps me hit my kill streaks a little easier. Cargo being one of them. Because you definitely, from a lot of these overlook areas, you don't want to be giving away your position with an unsilenced weapon, like a sniper rifle or something, because you're just gonna get flanked. I like using unsuppressed weapons on maps where it's hard to flank me, but maps like this, nah, I prefer to stay silenced. I want to talk about why I like this class so much. In my opinion, it's probably the best SWAT class out there. I've tried everything. I've tried the damn target finders. I've tried, select fire with suppressor. I've tried stock and select fire. Everything with the SWAT is okay. I prefer to have a sight on it. That's what works best for me. But nothing compares to this hybrid sight. It's just so good. I don't know what it is about this red dot. I prefer it over the regular reflex sight. For some reason, with the reflex sight, I just find that I just can't be as accurate. I don't know if it's because it's like the Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 3 red dot or whatever it is. But I like this more traditional look for the red dot that the hybrid sight has. I'm just more accurate with it. So I like this. And then you always have that option to switch over to the ACOG. And that's pretty good because you're always going to run into those long range gunfights where, if you're using just a regular red dot and you're glitching over a barrel, you're going to get picked off by a sniper or an LMG. Because you're not going to see the guy with his head poking out over a box. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Use the hybrid sight. I promise you guys won't be disappointed. But what I want to talk about in this video, there's been a lot of patches. Oh, by the way, this gameplay is pre-patch. It's not post-patch. The SWAT was buffed up today or yesterday, if you're watching this, the day after I put it out. The SWAT was buffed up. They increased the long-range damage. And I don't really use the SWAT from long range anyways, but I mean, it's pretty good now. It's definitely one of the harder hitting weapons. It's now comparable with the M8 4-round burst, SWAT 3-round burst. But I like the SWAT a little more than the M8, just because it has a more controllable fire rate. It shoots slower than the M8. You can conserve more ammo, and you can just really focus on being precise with every burst that you put out there. So, yeah, I like the SWAT more. Let's see. Let's talk about the patch a little bit. It's kind of funny to me, like when they started, like if you guys don't know, they've been doing all types of patches over the last few months. Not too long ago, they just nerfed the SMGs, like with silencers. So if you're using a silenced SMG, those were nerfed like a month or two ago, and they made it so that it has less range. So it takes more bullets to kill from mid and long range with the suppressor on it. So they nerfed that, and get this, just today, you know what they did? They nerfed the two best submachine guns in the game. They nerfed the MSMC and they nerfed the PDW-57. What did they do? They added more recoil to both, and now the hip fire is worse. So, what does that mean? Well, I got a feeling that all these PDW tryhards are going to end up switching off either to the Vector long barrel, or they're just going to switch off and they're going to start playing with assault rifles. They're probably going to start using the Type 25, which was boosted. Let me give you guys a quick rundown. Not only did they nerf the SMGs, but they nerfed the Cap 40 pistol dual wield. They reduced the damage and the hip fire on it. Then they buffed the LMGs again. Why are you nerfing the rushing weapons, yet buffing the camping weapons? I thought Black Ops 2 was supposed to be a rusher's game. That's what I thought. But they're nerfing rushing more, and they're making the game too easy to camp with. The LMGs that got buffed were the QBB and the Hammer, two of the harder hitting, faster fire rate LMGs. I really like the Hammer. I personally think the Hammer is the best LMG in the game. And guess what? It got a buff. Medium range damage has been increased for both of those. So, I've tried the Hammer. It kills ridiculously fast. Most engagements in Call of Duty on Black Ops 2 are medium range anyway. There's very few long range areas, and if you are using it long range, you probably should have a sniper rifle on anyway, or else you get picked off. They also they did nerf the FAL and the SMR select fire, so if you fully auto those two guns with select fire on them, the damage has been reduced. It's gonna take more bullets to kill. I think it's like what? Don't get me wrong here. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's like one more bullet to kill. Don't really know. They buffed the Type 25 assault rifle. You have a faster move speed, and also the medium range damage is increased. That's huge for the Type, because the Type I personally didn't like for the fact that it just felt like it didn't fucking kill. But now with the medium range damage increase, I used it a lot today. It feels wonderful. I mean, it's definitely one of the best assault rifles now, and now that you can move faster with it, I think a lot of people that are using like the MSMC are going to switch off, start using the Type. And if that's you, if you use those two submachine guns that got nerfed a lot, try switching over to the Type. I think you'll guys will like it. Also, the SWAT and the SCAR got buffed. Long range damage was increased. So I mean, what do you guys think of this, man? Why? I don't get it, dude. Like, why are you nerfing all the Russian guns, man? Like, it's just pretty annoying. Like when I play Ground War and I live stream, it's almost impossible for me to play solo nowadays because there's so many people fucking camping. When I live stream, I'm expected to go beast mode. People want to see me go beast mode. That's why I'm playing a party, because it's easier for me to control what the enemies do. If I isolate them on one side of the map, it makes it harder for them to camp. Whereas if I'm playing solo, they have access to an entire battlefield where they can run wherever they want. So I don't know, dude. It's frustrating for a guy like me that gets enjoyment out of playing solo to know that, you know, the best camping things in the game constantly get buffed. In my opinion, if I was controlling like what happens with Black Ops 2, if I was the one fixing shit, one of the two things or three things that I would do is I would just have kept the SMGs exactly how they were. Maybe have toned down the PDW a little bit, because to have 50 ammo and the same or less recoil than all the other submachine guns is a bit much. I probably would have kept the no recoil. I thought MSMC was fine because you still only have a 30 round clip. So, you know, why they gave it more recoil, to be honest, I don't really know. But I just would have took the target finders on all the LMGs and all the assault rifles and made it so that if you use target finder, you have more recoil. I just think target finder is just a ridiculous piece of equipment. I mean, I've used it a lot, and it's unfair. It really is, especially for a guy like me to use it. Any good player out there to use it. It's just retardedly strong. And I complain about it a lot because it needs to be complained about. Why they haven't done anything about it? I think David Vonderhaar is just a camping fucking bastard. I think he likes to fucking camp. And when I say camp, I don't mean like the game styles that I teach you guys. I'm talking about the guys who camp in their spawn. They sit in the back of the fucking map, and it's so annoying that they do that. Me, I usually push up to gain map control. I control the enemy into their own spawn, and that's what I also try to pass on to you guys, is when you guys are playing defensive, don't sit there in your spawn. The way to do it is to push up and try to control the B flag defensively. Yeah, that's pretty much one of the things I would fix, and I definitely raise the aim down sight time on LMGs and also sniper rifles. I'd make it so you can't quick scope and you can't hip fire either one of those. Can't hip fire LMG and you can't hip fire the snipers. And I think this game would have more balance. I mean, there's other things I would do, but I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know. If you were controlling the patches, what would you fix? I'm out. Peace. Final score, 60-something kills, 5 Warthogs, 5 sets of kill streaks, and 9 captures.